So we come together this morning to praise Spirit, to welcome each other, to be in that loving presence, and to learn about moving through that which keeps us from the life of our dreams. We're starting a new series this month on the companion book, The War of Art. And it's an opportunity for us to really look at what keeps us from living out our creative urges and following through on our projects and finishing those things that are sitting in our closets, or actually even getting started on those things that are continually pushing us forward. Hi, I'm Petra Weldis, Senior Minister of the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas, and we're delighted that you found us here on the web. You can find our Sunday services on our website by every Wednesday. And we love that you can look at us online and explore these spiritual teachings. Feel free to explore our archives. It goes back a number of years with lots of special topics and amazing speakers. You can also sign up for our email news, My Daily Words, and my blog, Spiritual Living with Dr. Petra. If you're looking for a spiritual community, come visit us. Or if you're just in Dallas, drop on by. We'd love to give you a hug. Welcome home.
Please join me in prayer. I am a child of the living God, that God that lives and breathes in me, in each one present. I am a child made in the spiritual image and likeness of the One, the divine, the higher power. And for that, I am grateful. So in this very moment, in this time and in this place, I surrender. I give my all to the ever-evolving Spirit of the living God, growing and expressing in, as, and through me. Silently say yes to this intention. And enter the remainder of this service in full surrender, accepting the blessing of life itself. And so it is.
My name is Andrew Tinker, and in case you missed it, I'm having a concert this Saturday. But I also get the distinct pleasure of setting up the talk for our beloved Reverend Karen. So this is a song called Feel It in Motion. We can take it slow, don't wanna take it too slow. Don't matter where we're going, so long as we go, and we can make it last. Don't wanna just make it last, don't wanna just go through the motions. I wanna feel it in motion, I wanna feel it in motion, I wanna feel it overflowing, I wanna feel you moving, I wanna feel you do it. I wanna feel it in motion, I wanna feel it overflowing, I wanna feel your body grooving, I wanna feel you do it. We can take it slow, don't wanna take it too slow. Don't matter where we're going, no, so long as we go, we can make it last. Don't wanna just make it last, I don't wanna just go through the motions. I wanna feel it in motion, I wanna feel it in motion, I wanna feel it overflowing, I wanna feel you moving, Reverend Karen.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm on? Yes? Okay, good. I want to feel it in motion. I want to feel it overflowing. And so, what if I don't? What is getting in the way of living the life of my dreams? That's what we're here to talk about today. What keeps you from living the life of your dreams? So, I really wanted to start with this really cute fable. It's a myth, and it comes from Ernest Holmes in our 1926 original edition of Science of Mind textbook. So, got a little fable to tell you this morning. Ready? Yeah. Okay, I'm just seeing if we're awake and alive. I think we are. Okay, it was said that when the gods decided to make man, woman, and make us a divine being, they held a long discussion as to where would be the best place to hide our divinity. Some of the gods suggested that it be hidden in the earth, but others argued that someday we would penetrate the earth and so discover ourselves. It was then suggested that it be hidden in the depths of the sea, but this idea was rejected, for we would go under the sea and there discover our true nature. It was next suggested that our real nature should be deposited somewhere in the air, but this was also rejected, for we would surely fly through the air and find ourselves. After a long discussion, it was finally agreed the best place to hide our divinity would be in the innermost nature of man, woman, himself. For this is the last place we are truly going to look. Right? And let's just hide it in the one place that we'll never, ever, ever look. And we'll just keep searching for it for all of our lives. We'll search for it outside ourselves. We'll search for it through things and gadgets and gizmos. We'll continue to search. But, oh, not here inside of me. Ernest Holmes says that the divine urge is strong in us and constantly causes us to seek some form of self-expression. It is divine because it is the desire of spirit to express itself through us. And like all other forces of nature, this energy can work through us only at our bidding, albeit consciously or unconsciously. For we are individuals and we have self-choice. So this divine urge is truly placed within us, this thing that each of us have, and it's quite special to each of us individually, although it's the same. It's a divine urge, and yet we have to engage with it. We have to consciously or unconsciously allow it to work through us. There's another quote that I really love that sort of sets us up this morning. When we were born out of the thing psychologists calls the id, or the God of the cosmos, we're born for the purpose of individualizing and reproducing the cosmos on a miniature scale. So imagine, we are here to reproduce the cosmos on a miniature scale. That's the purpose of existence, so far as anyone can figure out. Therefore, it is only as we live creatively that we live happily. And there is nothing beyond happiness. So, as we live creatively, Holmes tells us we live happily. And there's nothing beyond happiness. So, here's the path, here's the road. He's telling us, be creative. The issue is that most of us have two lives. We have the life that we live, and we have the unlived life that is within us. Anybody can relate to that? Is there an unlived life that is waiting to be lived within you? See, each of us have our own unique genius. It lies within us. And the Latin word genius basically means to denote the inner spirit, the holy, the infallible, which watches over us and guides us to our calling, this genius. It's individualized, I have a different creative genius than perhaps you do. We write with this genius. We create art with this genius. We know people already in our lives, albeit a family member or a friend or someone in this community, your son, that is a creative genius. And there are people that we know that are famous, that we look to all the time with this creative genius. Yo-Yo Ma plays the cello like no other. And yet each of us have this creative genius. And it's waiting to come out of us, to be recognized. So this unlived life, I wanted to spend a little time knowing who we are in the room. We have these dreams. We heard them in first service. What are some of the dreams that possibly, if you searched inside your heart right now, you would know that it's spoken to you hundreds of times, albeit write that book or whatever it is. We have this unlived life that's just urging from the inside out to come out. So call it out. Tell me someone's unlived life, their dream that they've had. Participation is warranted and welcomed. Play the guitar so I can write my own music. A developer. A developer of what? Sustainable homes. He has a dream to be a developer of sustainable homes. Who else? Travel the world. Where do you want to go? Europe. Healing the sick. Teach yoga privately. Hang on, say it again. You want to go a long way? Hawaii, thank you. Brain research. Wow. Next. I got a few more minutes. Let's go. You got it in you. Get it out in the room. Fashion designer. Writer, author. I'll second it. Third. Go back to school. We got thirds in the room. Go back to school. Graphic designer. Who said that? Show yourself. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't move off graphic designer now. Okay. Who is that? Sorry. Build a retreat. Couple more.
Open my own business.
Open my own business. Don't make me call you out. Say it out loud. To get in the best shape of my life. World tour. One more. Teach love. Yes? Is that what I heard? Teach love. Wow. So here's the thing. There's only one thing that is standing between the life we are currently living and that unlived life. Only one thing that's keeping each of us from what was just spoken into this room. What do you think it is? If you came to the first service, be quiet. Fear. Doubt. Self-doubt. Ourselves. Ego. The life I'm living now. Yeah, that would be it. One more. No energy. Resistance and change. Wow. Okay, I'll stop there. Ding, ding, ding. It is resistance. That is what is keeping us from our dreams and the life that we want to live. And so this is the book, The War of Art, that we are diving into. I want to highly encourage this. It is an easy read. In fact, most pages are one paragraph. So it is an easy read. I really encourage you to get this because resistance is the unconscious part of us that acts against our conscious desires. So it's unconscious. And it acts against our conscious desire. We know we want to write that book. We know we want to, there's so many flying around the room, get in the best shape of my life. We know. And yet this unconscious thing called resistance is sabotaging it all. So he shares with us some greatest hits of resistance. Let's see if any of these hit home with you. Ready? Ready to check them off? Okay. And it's in no particular order. The pursuit of any calling in writing, painting, music, film, dance, or any creative art, however marginal or unconventional. Check. The launching of any entrepreneurial venture or enterprise for profit or otherwise. Had it in the room. Check. Any diet or health regimen. Check. Any program of spiritual advancement. Anybody doing that around here? Check. Okay. I love this one. Any activity whose aim is tighter abdominals. All right, I'm letting my tummy out now. Yes, really, number 5, check. Any course or program designed to overcome an unwholesome habit or addiction. Check. Education of every kind. Check. Any act of political, moral, or ethical courage, including the decision to change for the better some unworthy pattern of thought or conduct in ourselves. Check. The undertaking of any enterprise or endeavor whose aim is to help others. Check. Any act that entails commitment of the heart, the decision to get married, to have a child, to weather a rocky patch in a relationship. Check, check, check. The taking of any principled stand in the face of adversity. So, basically, what he is telling us is any act that rejects immediate gratification in favor of long-term growth, health, and integrity. Resistance gets in our way. So let me tell you a little bit about resistance. First of all, it's invisible. It cannot be seen, it cannot be touched, it cannot be smelled, it cannot be heard. But it can be felt. And it's a negative force. It's invisible, but it's negative. It seems to come from outside ourselves. My spouse, my boss, my job, my family. It seems to come from outside ourselves, but it's actually an inside job. It comes from within. It arises from within. It's the enemy from within. Okay, it is universal. Okay, I just want to ask. Anybody here, let's just see if anyone in this room, you're not alone, but I want to double check. Anybody here not have a body? It's universal. Anybody that has a body has resistance. It's here. Its aim is to shove us away, distract us, and prevent us from doing our creative work. It is aimed at making sure we do not let that divine urge come through. That ego works constantly to tell us, no, you can't do this. And anybody here close to finishing a creative work, something you've been working on for a while and you're almost done? A couple of people. Warning, warning. The danger is greatest when the finish line is in sight. It literally, if you're close to that finish line, it's going to drag you and grab you and say, no, you can't do it. Oh, you can't finish that project. No one's going to buy it. Why would you even try or attempt it? You're going to waste all your money. Don't do it. I know the project they're working on. And it's like, they're almost there. And so be aware, it's, the resistant gremlins are grabbing hold of your ankles and you may not know. So there's this wonderful thing that occurs. Has anybody ever seen crabs in a bucket? Crabs get in a bucket, and the good thing about crabs is they'll sort of help each other, the appearance of that they're almost out, but the crabs also hold each other down. Well, when you put crabs in a bucket, resistance is like crabs. It recruits allies, and the highest treason a crab can commit is to make a leap for the rim of the bucket. The crabs just go, don't you dare. So, the healthiest body I've ever had, just have another piece of cheesecake. It won't hurt you. Come on, it's just right here. It's only a little sliver. Don't we do that to our friends? It's, we try to get allies to come and be a part of that. No, but I'm leaping for the rim. No, have another piece of cheesecake. There's no fat in it, promise. Trust me. So, resistance is fueled by fear. It has no strength on its own. It is fueled by the fear that we allow to grab hold of us. Now, fear is not a bad thing, because actually fear can let us know that we're close. You know, it's going to help us acknowledge that we have some resistance going on in our life and I'm a little afraid. But I really want to talk about fear from this perspective. I heard this in ministerial school, and it says if your ministry doesn't scare you to death, it's not big enough. I'm scared to death. I just want y'all to know. I am. And that, when you're absolutely scared to death, that divine urge is really, really speaking to you. Because, you know, people that aren't scared sort of kind of just are just faking it. It's really not the divine urge. It's something else. So I hope it's scaring you to death. So here we go. More participation. How does resistance show up? I'd like to know, how does resistance show up in your life? What does it look like? We've all experienced it. Procrastination. So you were first. Tell me a little bit about procrastination. I bet you have the favorite way to procrastinate. What do you do?
On the simplest level, I don't do what I know I need to do.
Don't do what I know I need to do. You do everything else.
Correct.
Yes. Somebody else said procrastination. So how do you procrastinate?
I watch Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. She watches Grey's Anatomy. Yes, I bet everyone could say their favorite show right now. Right? I watch Grey's Anatomy. Great. Anybody else know that persistence? Facebook. I used to know that so well. Everybody's gone, where'd you go on Facebook, Karen? I don't have time. Laundry. Okay, that's enough. So we got, by the way, everybody, send your laundry over there. It's our favorite procrastination. So we got a little procrastination, right? Okay, tell me something else. How else does resistance show up in our lives? Busyness, overbooking. So you're so busy you wouldn't even have time to deal with that CD, would you, Lahoma? Right, so can't even get to it. I can't get to it. I'll get to it when? Right. Right? Breathing. So how else? Okay, I heard one. Hang on, hold on to all those others. Negative self-talk. Talk about that. Self-doubt. Give me some.
Just, the talk, it's not good enough. If it's not, we heard earlier, that really hit a note with me. If it's not perfect, don't even start. If you can't do it well, don't even bother.
Right, so all this self-doubt. You can't do this. Why are you even going to start the project? You think you're really going to learn how to play the guitar? Oh, no. Don't even try, Nina. And, you didn't sound as good as Andrew, so just give up now. Second lesson. I'm not as good as Andrew. I'm not going to do it. Why bother? Won't get there. Okay, so we got self-doubt. We got procrastination. What else? Indecision. Depression. Oh, so, yes, that is a huge one. Unhappiness. I'm bored, I'm depressed, I'm this. It's resistance showing up in our lives. And what was the one before that? Indecision. Oh, yes, well, I think I ought to talk on this. No, I think you ought to talk on that. No, why don't you talk on this? Or, any decision that we have in our life. Well, what if I decide this way? That's a what if. Oh, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Okay, something else. Perfectionism. Talk about that. How does that show up in your life?
Well, if I can't make it perfect, I don't even want to do it.
Right. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect or don't even start. Yeah, that showed up for me at 6 a.m. this morning. I almost said, Peter, you just do the talk. I can't make it perfect. Yeah, perfectionism, that's a big one. And so we got maybe two more. Bert, I know, will help me with one.
Fear.
Yep, fear? Absolutely, fear is one.
Rationalization.
Rationalization, thank you, Bert. Rationalizing. So someone other than Bert, tell me how that shows up in your life.
So I lie to myself and say that something else, like one choice might be more self-loving, like for the moment, but ultimately it's not loving. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I deserve to have, like, for instance, the cheesecake, like, right?
I deserve the cheesecake, but today was a special day. It's Sunday and it's at noon. It's so special. Yes, tomorrow I'll start not eating the cheesecake. But today, I'm living for today. Right? Yes, rationalizing it. And it's only a small piece. It's not the whole thing. Rationalization with justification. And how about, and so there's another one to throw into the room, because we're talking about how we got to know what it is, identify it, and become aware of it. That's what our task is this week. Criticism. Now, some people think it's self-criticism. But what happens when your critic comes? Oh, well, you know, Dana said she had learned to play the guitar a year ago. She just hadn't even started. What's up with that? When I start criticizing other people, resistance is really showing up. So that's another marker that I start to criticize other people. So that's a good list, bless you, to start. And so what I want to share with you is that Reverend Peacher and I are definitely going to dive into this more in the Wednesday series. And so we want you all to be there and get the book. Like I said, it's an easy read. So a couple of rules of thumbs here. Rule of thumb. The more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we will feel towards pursuing it. Just let that sink in. The more important that call or action is, we're going to feel it. It's really going to come. So we've got to start becoming aware of it. We have to become conscious of it, not unconscious of it. It is here. It is in our midst. It's pitching a tent and setting up camp amongst us, but we're not aware of it. And so it's our job to first become aware of it, to recognize when it's happening as we start procrastinating or having self-doubt, or we're starting to criticize other people, or I'm only going to do this if I can do it perfectly. So we've got to know that it is present. And the other thing before I leave us with this topic known as resistance is the good news is that, one, we're going to dive into this through the rest of the month and learn how to break through it. But never forget, this very moment we can change our lives. There never was a moment and never will be when we are without the power to alter our destiny. This second, we can turn the tables on resistance. This second, I can choose not to have that cheesecake. This second, I can decide when I get home, I'm going to get out my guitar. This second, I can decide to go online and find the perfect school for me. This second, I can turn the tables on resistance. Because, as Ernest Holmes tells us, we are born with a purpose, and we are here to live creatively. And as we allow ourselves to do that, we actually live happily. We go from that, the life we live, to the unlived life. And so, don't resist it. Don't resist this divine urge. Whew. Don't let it grab you at the finish line. Let the divine urge come up. Let it come through, because we each have a genius that no one else can bring to this planet. No one else. It is individualized to us. It's unique. And we are being called to let it out. Don't let it stay in a closet half finished. Start it now. And so I want to end on someone that actually must have beat resistance really well, because she decided to start to write. She decided to write her story. She decided to write poems. And we lost a beautiful, creative person this week. And so I want to end with a celebration of a poem from Maya Angelou. It's called A Brave and Startling Truth, and she wrote it on the 50th anniversary for the United Nations. It's a rather long poem, so I'm only going to read the last stanza because she is speaking to each of us in this room and about this topic, this divine urge. When we come to it, bless you. When we come to it, we must confess that we are the possible. We are the miraculous. We are the true wonder of this world. That is when, and only when, we come to it. So it's time to come to it. It is seeking us. And it's time to get resistance out of the way once and for all. And so I invite us to join together in prayer. Standing in the recognition of this beautiful one life, this one love, this one power, that which creates everything. It is so divinely guided that it gives itself to itself so unabashedly. It's the urge to create, and it creates. And it creates in such wondrous, wondrous ways. All of the seeing nature and the beauty, and the creatures and the faces on every human heart, and the galaxies, and all the things that can't even be seen. It is this one life, this one love, that I know that I am. And as I know that I am that, I know that each and every person in this room is that too. For we are the individualized divine creation of this divine urge that gives itself. We are the microcosmos. In the micro, in the macro, it is the same. And so I speak this word for everybody in this community, anyone that is within the sound of this voice, both live and otherwise. I declare that this is the day that we are aware of resistance in our lives. We are aware of the ways that it shows up. We're aware when it taps us on the shoulder, speaks to us in our brains. We're aware when it grabs our ankles and says, no, you can't finish. We actually are aware that it's time to start. And it's time to let this divine urge fully out, unabashedly, to bring our creative genius forward for the sake of ourselves and the sake of everyone around us. And so today we become aware and let go of the resistance that is in our life so that we live now the life of our dreams. We bind together. We hold each other accountable. We know that we have dreams and we go, how you doing with it? And we let it out. And we actually are the crabs in the buckets that throw each other off the rim and on the ground and say, free at last. It's real and it's here. And today is the day that the divine urge is set free in each and every one of us. And so I release this into that universal law that says yes to this and so much more. I know that it is. I know that it is done. I am so glad to know that this community is a community of geniuses, creative geniuses that let it out. And so it is.
Why do you wonder if I miss you? What can be missed unless it's gone? Therefore, how can I miss our love when it is strong? Why do you wonder if I need you? Does not a song need to be sung? Does not a singer need to sing in order to himself become? Know that you, my love, know that you are loved. Know that you, my love, are always loved. Does not each question have an answer, and not mistaken for an end? An answer when its wonder is perceived, simply the quest does it extend. Know that you, my love, know that you are loved. Know that you, my love, are always you, my love. Know that you are loved, that you, my love, are always loved. Thank you.